It's Rose Griffin here. If you're new here, I'm a speech language pathologist and a board certified behavior analyst and the creator of ABA Speech, which is a blog, a TPT store, and a website. I don't know about you, but when I'm working with students in middle school, high school, and beyond, I am always having a really hard time finding materials that have engaging, age-respectful, real-life photos, simple text, and activities that are really going to be functional for my students. When I'm working with students in those age groups, I like to work on things that are tied to things that my students will be doing in the future. So competitive employment, leisure skills, things of that nature. Can students label things about competitive employment? Can students talk about different places that they visit in the community, places that they may work? Can they answer questions about those places? Can they do some of the activities and job-related tasks that they're going to need to do as they get older? And so I try to embed my speech therapy instruction within those functional life activities. I was having a hard time finding materials that I really liked for my students, and so I created a vocational workbook, which is available on my Teachers Paid Teacher Store. And I wanted to take a couple moments today to tell you what it's all about. First things first, I do have a free unit from the larger vocational book, and that is just to give you an idea of what the larger book entails. So the larger book has 15 different units with over 100 pages of content that will help you over the course of a year work on vocational-based activities. So if you're a speech language pathologist, this is a great resource. If you're a special education teacher, a board certified behavior analyst, a paraprofessional, a parent, this is going to be a really nice resource for you. So there are over 15 units. Some of the units included are finding a job, getting ready for work, working at a grocery store, working at an office, working at a nursing home, working at a restaurant, fast food versus sit down, working in a library, and working landscape. So every single unit has real life pictures. I think that's so important when we're working with older students. I want to make sure that I show them pictures that are real and that are engaging. Every single unit has a reading comprehension. So this particular unit that I'm showing you today is all about working at the grocery store. And so this reading comprehension passage has simple but engaging text. So if you have students who are readers, they can read the text. If you have students who are non-readers, you can read the text to them. You can show it on a smart board or print it out for them to follow along. Then each unit also has real-life pictures that you can work on labeling items that you might find in that unit. And so this unit is grocery store. And so this is a picture that you may see at the grocery store. There are also fill-in-the-blank phrases that have to do with the reading passage. So some students are not really ready to answer comprehension questions, or it may be really difficult for them. And so I've included fill-in-the-blank phrases about the unit, about the reading passage, if that is at your student's level and a little bit easier. And that's good practice. For students that are more advanced, that's just good practice for them to get ready for the reading comprehension. So every single unit also has reading comprehension questions, and then every single unit is going to have social questions. And so these social questions have to do with the unit, and it's a way to facilitate discussion with students who are able to engage in that reciprocal conversation. So some of these questions include, do you ever go to the grocery store? What store do you shop at? Would you want to work at a grocery store someday? And what job would you want to try? And so it's all about conversation in a facilitated way, but it's all about that particular unit. So it's a really nice way to get students talking about whatever your unit that you're covering that particular week for the vocational binder. And then another thing that makes this vocational binder really amazing are the extension activities. So each unit has extension activities. And what this is an idea or ideas for how you can practice simulated vocational situations with your students. So if you're working on grocery store, you could practice packaging different items, what goes with what item when you're packing at a grocery store, different items, or shelving. If you have different items in your classroom in a simulated store, can the student find the items that match the different items on the shelf? And so I hope that you love this vocational binder as much as I do. You can use it with mixed groups, so students have have a variety of skills. It's really functional, it's really applicable, and it's going to help our students learn and practice functional life skills. Once again, thanks for listening. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you do. Click the link below to check out this vocational binder, and let's talk work.